So our fly is tied on the end of our leader and we're ready to make that first cast. But before I make that cast, I'm going to make sure that the barb is not on my hook. Fishing with a barbless hook has a lot of advantages. One, I can release the fish without putting extra stress on them. And number two, if I catch myself, that hook is going to come out of my clothes or my vest or even my skin much easier. To debarb a hook, simply use your forceps. The tip of your forceps can be slid right underneath the point, smash the barb, release, make sure that the barb is smashed, return our forceps right back to our vest, and now we're ready to make that cast without hooking ourselves. You know, fishing a fly rod on still water can be a lot of fun. The greatest excitement about this kind of water is this is where the big fish are. These fish can simply swim around, eat the food, and they don't have to fight any current. So they get big really quick. That's what makes lake fishing really exciting. When we fish lakes, we look for different areas that the fish may be cruising on. For instance, right off this bank, it drops off, and these fish will come right along this ledge. I also look for places where you might have a cove, or a point, or even an incoming stream. Those are all great places in lakes to catch fish. Once you decide you're in a good spot, where the water looks good, basically we're just going to start casting out in different angles and just covering the lake. So my first cast might be somewhere around 45 degrees to the bank. I can let my fly sink. And with lake fishing, we need to retrieve that fly to bring it back to us, especially if no fish are on the surface eating on a hatch. So that way, it allows us to just strip the fly line right back to us. And all I'm trying to do is simulate the natural insect, or if I'm using a small leech or a small bait fish imitation, which would be a streamer, this technique here can really produce some really great results. My next cast, I simply aim a little further to the right, and I repeat the process. And I strip the line in. As I do so, I keep the rod tip really low to the water so I can feel the fish grab. Oh, okay, there we go. And that's how it works when you're lake fishing. A great, great technique to catch fish with a fly rod in non-moving water. An effective way to fish a fly in moving water, whether it's a stream or a creek, is with an indicator and a split shot. An indicator simply acts as a bobber. This bobber suspends the fly at a certain depth. This bobber also allows me to find out when the fish grab the fly, because the bobber is going to stop or it's simply going to go underwater. Usually this indicator is located 1.5 to 2 times the depth of the water above your fly. So down here below my indicator, I've got a couple split shot. Split shot are usually crimped to the line 6 to 8 inches or even a foot above where your fly is located. This way these split shot will help get the fly immediately towards the bottom, and then my indicator floats on the surface, and when a fish grabs the fly, an indicator simply goes under and I set the hook. This is one of the most effective ways to catch trout on moving water.